Hello everyone, this is one of the first videos on this channel. So today we are going to be learning the first chapter, the rise of Islamic civilization. So basically this is an overview of the chapter, the dawn of Islam, which we learned in class 6. So it's the overview of that chapter. So let's continue. So the first subheading of this chapter is the Roman Empire comes to an end. So the Roman civilization was gradually replaced by the rise and spread of Christianity, which means that as soon as Christianity was started to increasing, it was spreading across the whole Roman Empire. Now, so many people started to follow the faith of Christianity, and even when Byzantine Empire ruler Constantine, so Constantine was the ruler of the Byzantine Empire. So what he did, he converted his religion to Christianity in the 4th century. So this was how Christianity started to come in the Roman Empire, the Roman civilization. Later what happened, there were many attacks by the barbarian tribes. So barbarian tribes were tribes which are from the western part of the Europe. So what they were doing, they were making a constant attack on the Roman Empire, which is why the Roman Empire collapsed in 476 CE. After collapsing, Europe entered the period of Dark Ages. So when the barbarian tribes attacked on the Roman civilization, so it entered the period of Dark Ages, which lasted for about 1000 years, from 500 CE to 1500. This period is known as Dark Ages because of collapse in law and order and highly civilized life. So over here, what happened, as soon as Roman Empire went into the Dark Ages, there was a collapse in law, order. People were not following a civilized life. People were going into inappropriate things. So this is how the empire started to collapse. Now later, the second thing which we learn in this chapter is the rise of Islam. The rise of Islam. Islam as a religion took place in the holy cities of Makkah and Medina. So Islam was spreading across Makkah and Medina during the 7th century in 600s, across the Arabian Peninsula, which means around the Arabian area. So after the demise of Holy Prophet, peace be upon him, Hazrat Muhammad, so after his demise, which means after his Wisal, Khulafai Rashidin came to the throne to consolidate the empire. They were also known as the rightly guided. They came to consolidate the empire. So these were the following rulers of the Khulafai Rashidin. First ruler was Hazrat Abu Bakr Siddiq Radhiyallahu anhu, who ruled for 2 years. Hazrat Umar Radhiyallahu anhu ruled for 10 years, and Hazrat Usman Radhiyallahu anhu ruled for 12 years successfully, and Hazrat Ali Radhiyallahu anhu ruled for only 5 years. Later what happened, after the martyrdom of Hazrat Ali Radhiyallahu anhu, the Khulafai Rashidin came to the end. Now after the Khulafai Rashidin, the Umayyads came to the throne. So the Umayyad dynasty was established by Amir Muawiyah. Amir Muawiyah was one of the part of the Khulafai Rashidin. So that is why he has the name Radhiyallahu anhu. So Amir Muawiyah came, he established the Umayyad dynasty. So what happened? His son Tariq bin Ziyad, what he did? He conquered Spain. He took Spain under his control, and this is how the Umayyads were ruling on the Spain. They made Cordoba their capital. This period also experienced significant development in knowledge, art, science and engineering. So there were many advancements, there were many contributions in engineering. Many people were making construction pieces, architecture, science, many new inventions were taking place. Art, calligraphy, knowledge, education was at its peak during that period of time. Later what happened, Umayyad dynasty came to an end in 750. So when the Abbasids now were another dynasty. So what they did, they made an attack on the Umayyad dynasty, and they finished in 750. So now Abbasids came to the throne. Now Abbasids moved the government to Iraq when they founded the city of Baghdad. So what happened, until the time of Umayyads, now the government was mostly in Arabia. It covered mostly the Arabian region. What happened, Abbasids came to the throne. They shifted the government and politics to Iraq. So they shifted their politics to the Iraq region, and they made their capital Baghdad, which was the capital. The two most prominent or the two most intelligent rulers of their time, first one was Harun al-Rashid, and second one was Mamun al-Rashid, who was Harun al-Rashid's son. So what happened, there were many contributions also made during that period of time. The first one was that Greek and Latin language was translated into Arabic. So for example, if there is an article, or if there is any important kind of knowledge, a piece of information which should be translated into Arabic to understand what's written on it, so what they used to do, they used to translate Greek and Latin language into Arabic so that they could understand easily. Mamun al-Rashid established Baitul Hikmah. So Baitul Hikmah was known as the house of wisdom. So all the things such as translating Greek and Latin texts into Arabic language, making new schools, medical, science, all these things was done in the house of wisdom, which was made by Mamun al-Rashid, which was one of the prominent rulers. So Abbasids dynasty came to an end in 1258 in the mid 13th century when Hulagu Khan. So Hulagu Khan was one of the leader of the Mongols. We learned about Mongols in class 6, and Hulagu Khan was one of the leaders. He attacked on the Abbasids, which caused a lot of problems for the Abbasids because he destroyed all the libraries, he destroyed the whole city. Many people started to face problems. So this is how Hulagu Khan established his own throne by defeating the Abbasids. So what happened? The Umayyads and the Abbasids period now was known as the golden age of Muslim civilization. So if you get a question that why was the time of Umayyads and Abbasids known as the golden age of Muslim civilization, so what you can write is that there were many important advancements that took place during that period of time, such as education and technology. There were government, Muslim merchants and traders started to travel the world for trading of goods. So for example, if there is a good which is manufactured in Pakistan and it's exported, which means that it's sent to another country, so that is known as trading. So what had happened, we know that Africa, Europe, Asia, these were all under the rule of Abbasids and the Umayyads. So there were many trading merchants who used to trade goods. So this is how relationship between all the different countries started to increase. What happened, there was one more advancement which took place. It was known as the calligraphy. So what is calligraphy? Calligraphy is basically a writing form. So if there is basically it's like this, these different kinds of writing styles, these are known as calligraphy, which means that you write the same font in different writings. So this is known as calligraphy. Okay, so this was an art form which was developed during that period of time, and many people used to take it seriously as their profession as well as their hobby. At the end, we'll talk about other dynasties. There were many other dynasties which were taking place. One of them was Fatimids, who ruled for 270 years, 260 years. They were mostly based in Egypt, and their capital was Cairo. So Cairo is the main city, it's the capital of Egypt. Then later on it's the Seljuks. So Seljuks were Turco-Persian origins, which means that they were 50% Turks and they were 50% Persian. So they were mainly based in Turkey. And then later on Ayyubids came. Ayyubids ruled successfully for more than 350 years. They were mainly based in Syria. Their most famous ruler was Salahuddin al-Ayyubi. So he was mainly known for cavalry. Cavalry is basically when horses or knights are used in war, or many different kind of military weapons are used. He was known for his generosity. Salahuddin Ayyubi was known for his generosity, as he was really good towards his people. He was really good towards his subjects. He used to treat them very nicely. And then the last dynasty was the Mamluks. So Mamluks ruled for around 250 to 260 years. Mamluk means slave in Arabic. And they mainly covered the region of Syria, Palestine and Egypt. So when we are discussing about Mamluks now, we understand that Mamluk is, we have heard the name of Mamluk in class 6. So we learned that in Delhi Sultanate, Qutbuddin Aibak, who came with Muhammad Ghaur to the subcontinent, so he was also one of the Mamluk who was sold as a slave at his early age. So this is how the chapter comes to an end. Thanks for watching this video. If you learned something, if you have any question, write it in the comments. I'll answer it as soon as possible. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day. Bye.